you want to bring that back up?
Sound?
No, the Twitter
Twitch.
or Twitch.
Tweet. Wanna tweet?
Probably should tweet.
You gonna Twitter? You gonna tweeter? Tweeter on that Twitter.
Devices on your network.
That's my
even better.
phone.
That's why you need files.
Yeesh.
100%.
Media pumped right up. Sorry
No.
about that.
An ad for our own stream on our stream.
No! Probably while people are watching the ad for the stream. Let me just get it to... Oh. Broken Sword, yes.
Spoken Broad.
It's Point and Click Wednesday.
Spoken Word.
I love the Broken Swords with special guest Vicus on his own channel.
This fucking guy.
This guy right here.
This fucking guy.
This guy. Oh, that is a very small cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's very small.
Alright.
Yeah. Filter in a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, we're back with Broken Sword. So after the stream, I went looking, and apparently there is one more added Nico segment. Right now, it's between Ireland and coming back to Paris. It was inserted, and it's basically what Nico did while George was off in Ireland.
Right.
But so I'm probably gonna. That's the only other segment left. I'm probably gonna do that at the end of the final stream. So sometime in the next few weeks, I will play to that part and make a save file there for the end of the stream, because it's basically adding yet more backstory about the group that are dying and Nico's dad.
And it continues to feel a bit weird to be throwing a bunch of that information out at this point in the game.
Yeah, you can link the bundle. I mean, I know GOG sells them on discount a lot. I actually bought 1 through 4 on GOG. When it was on like the sale at Christmas. I think it was a Christmas sale, the winter sale. I bought them all. I do have other versions of them, but there is a reason why I wanted to buy a different version of 2 in particular, which we will hopefully get into whenever I play 2. But yeah, oh god, my family has maybe 3 or 4 versions of this game. Of the originals, and then I have a trilogy that was released in like 2006. Ooh, that call in. Fine, I'm just gonna lie.
Yeah, I love those put your age in ones.
I don't care.
Born in 1968.
Fahrenheit, huh?
Wow, that's a weird US name for that.
But
Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered.
Yeah, because it was called Fahrenheit.
Yeah, in the
number.
UK.
It was like had numbers after it as well. I can't remember the numbers. And yeah,
in the US, it was Indigo Prophecy.
It was called Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah.
We bought it as Fahrenheit. Like,
yep.
4. So the Broken Sword trilogy I owned as a disc, but it was 1 to 3, but 2 had a particular bug in it.
Oh boy.
Which isn't in the remastered version. So that's the one I'll be playing for 2.
Right.
But alright. Yeah, if you pick up, like, you can get the Broken Swords on GOG for cheap, but yeah, that's quite a bit for quite a few games.
That's a lot of games.
Pretty cool. Alright, okay, let's just start. We escaped from Ireland, that's what it's called.
Switch back.
That's why it's called Escape from Ireland. We escaped from Ireland.
Very straightforward you are.
We're now back in Paris in the fall.
Yeah, Yay, Perry.
So you missed all of Paris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi there.
Hello.
my handsome friend.
Hello.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The
Fair
strange
enough.
thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Ooh, spooky.
Dun dun dun.
The
And then George has
accents?
nothing else to say to her.
Gem.
What do you make of this gem?
Fuck yeah.
Very nice, Chef.
Start showing the gem to
A present
everybody.
for your girlfriend?
Absolutely.
She's not my girlfriend.
Nonsense. You and her were made for each other.
The accents are okay. And this game was made by a British company. So at the very least, it was made in Europe.
Right.
Whether the European accents are good or not is really for you guys to judge. Anything else I've had that I didn't show her last time? You want to see this plaster of Paris?
Does this powder mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
We probably shouldn't. Shake my hand.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Fair enough.
See you later.
Owned.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Really? Alright. Onwards. And upwards and backwards and forwards.
Slightly to the right.
That's
Ammo.
fair. I'm not actually sure exactly where we're going now.
Oh man, you can
I think
taste the whole
I think
city.
at some point they told me I should go and talk to the police. I remember because I complained at the end of last year. I'm like, no, I don't want to
I
talk
don't
to
want
the
to talk to the
psychic cop.
cops. Right.
But like, let's go talk to Mr. Psychic Detective over there. Yeah, this is the guy that has that portrait you've seen before.
Right, the one standing for the cop.
Alright, let me talk to the psychic cop. I know I'm supposed to go to the museum as well. That's the other thing I've got to do.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Yeah, see, this,
That's him, right?
this, this,
One-to-one resemblance.
right?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Rip.
Rip. Also, yeah, let me know about the sound. I think it might be a little loud, but this game has some sound balancing
Right.
issues.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Alright.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
And
Fair
he
enough.
Why the mole?
Because he was a
I
mole.
don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Fair, right? Right? That's a good enough reason we call him the mole.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes,
Ooh.
monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of
Oh
thugs.
no!
I see.
Oh no!
And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
He knows them. But yeah, if you had the parchment on you, these guys straight up put you in a bag and threw you in the river.
Right.
First death of the game.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them. And the inspector.
Only gorilla
Thanks,
and Weasley looking people
Thanks for taking me seriously.
in Paris.
I'm only
Yep.
doing my duty, monsieur.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me talk to him.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely
One
not.
moment, monsieur.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
I like
It's
the
Stobart,
composition of
monsieur.
this shot.
He insists on talking to you again.
I'm forever talking to him.
Thank you, Moo.
Sorry about that. Hey,
What now, monsieur?
What now?
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet? I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Nice.
Ah.
Good lawyer.
Have you heard of Professor Pegram, the archaeologist?
Molly Pegram, the second son of Lord Barclay Pegram.
Never heard
I
of
don't
him.
know. I only read about him in a magazine.
So much for the efficacy of rehabilitation. What has he done this time?
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland.
The gem. I have it. Do you want to
I'm
see
holding
it?
it in my hand.
Do you want to? I'll talk to him about Pegram and then show him.
Do you know Pegram
Right.
well?
I have connections with the family, but I wouldn't say I knew him at all.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All his friends and acquaintances know him
It's not
as
Sam
Molly.
and Max. We're not the freelance police. We're not stopping the stream and everybody's under arrest. It doesn't work anyway. I have never managed to arrest anyone. But yes, shows and TV and games never get how it actually works. It's actually very boring.
What do you
Well,
make
that's
of
the
this,
issue.
Inspector?
Astounding. Where did you come by a stone
Stole
like
it.
that?
I nicked
I was
it
given it by a man in a bar in Ireland. Do you
by
recognize the
blackmailing
gem?
him,
It
basically.
is unfamiliar to me. If such a jewel had been stolen, I would know it for sure.
And I would arrest you on the spot, mister. Shake my hand.
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be
I think I've already
offended
shown
if
that
I
one.
decline your offer, Stobart.
I think I talked to him
The
before.
palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
I never get to shake anyone's hand.
No.
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school.
It's a bit
Flap
mean.
is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them
They
out
beat me
front of
up.
Hotel Ubu.
They killed me in an alternate timeline. Alright, thanks,
So
Rousseau.
long, Inspector.
Yeah, I think I have to find out about the hospital.
Yeah, that seems like the piece of actionable information.
God, the music stings are so loud. Go away. Your unneeded music sting. Yeah, there. Hospital is now added.
Ah.
Yeah, well, the museum where I go at the hospital. I came to this museum, found out the tripod was from Ireland, and went to Ireland
Right.
and got the gem. Ooh, there's someone else here. Hello.
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobineau?
Nope.
That's me. You want my autograph?
No.
I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
That was the name we saw in
It
Ireland.
was the most grisly
Right.
spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit.
Oh dear.
Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That's just a Saturday night in
That
France.
explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochman! That's where Pegram was digging.
Yeah,
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived.
and he had this big gem that I will show you after all my questions are done, buddy.
You
Once
know
I'm done
Pegram
talking
well?
to you, flash a
Not
gem
really.
at you.
I met him at the
Sure, he won't
conference.
steal it.
I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was.
Yes,
just
July is
before
important.
Bastille Day.
So
Came up in
Pegram
the
was
letter in
in
Nico's
Paris
part.
at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
The costumed killer. The psychotic man that I will show everyone's photograph to and go, this guy's a psychotic killer. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
Nope.
No one's seen him, no.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin.
I
There's
assume we'll
nothing
get that
there
as
now.
well.
The old gibbet was
Maybe.
torn down during the Revolution.
Sometimes a bit weird about giving you address.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Have you seen this
No.
clown? No.
Do you have a video?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
I'm not sure that's the thing you lead
Do you
with,
have a
George.
copy of the
Right?
text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was
Lorem
kind of
ipsum,
hoping you'd
dolor
help
sed.
decipher the pictures.
Without
Subtitle,
seeing the manuscript,
incorrect there.
that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest?
Yay!
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript?
On and
I'd
on I
love
was
to
eating
see
some
the
baguettes and cheese, while drinking the wine. Then I went to the Eiffel Tower and executed some nobles, as you do, unhonorable.
Unhonorable?
I guess because it's got the full stop afterwards, it realised it was a
I thought
title.
it was supposed to be a title,
like the
yeah.
honourable, you know, whatever. That's
Unhonorable.
Unhonourable.
Also, the hon hon
Like-
hon
like-
at the start was also pretty impressive.
Like the doctor with a full stop. DR dot is
Yeah.
doctor.
Right.
Yeah, when you put a full stop.
Honorable.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats,
Georgie?
mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it.
Oh, no.
The Templars,
you.
No.
The Honorable Dr. Rebounds
greatest fighting
began.
That's
force
me.
of Rome, the
That's
militia
me.
of
That's
Christ.
what they call me.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, the Knights Templar are kinda.
How
Kinda
did the
fucky.
Templars get
Yeah.
their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a
Well,
mine of
honorable.
information, Andre.
Still
Glad
killing
to
me.
be of help, Georgie.
I have no idea how accurate this is to the origins of the Knights Templar.
I mean, I believe that is the
I think it
accepted-
is.
The at least
Um,
accepted history of it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I mean, they've added a bunch of stuff in. We'll
Well,
see
yes,
later.
it's-
But...
well, once you get into the, and also they're still alive today, and people are carrying out their secret will. That's sort of where it goes. But usually, the start of the story.
I think I
is
said
like-
in like the first stream, like this was not exactly before people were starting to do stuff for the Templar, but definitely before like Dan Brown exploded it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like pretty much everyone has played something or read something that has something to do with the Templar now, even if it's just
Yeah.
the terrible the Mummy.
How come the
I thought you were
Templars
going to say
became so
Assassin's
wealthy?
Creed.
That too.
Constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Ooh,
So,
I love
their
chastity.
money, goods, and lands
As
were
I'm living with a
donated
man
to
I'm
the
not married
order.
to.
The Templars soon
few more
held
weeks.
land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Alright.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains.
It's
Oh,
why
if it does, the truth
everyone can
has
make things
never
up.
been made public.
What do you mean by
That's half
that?
the fun.
The
Right?
Templars have attained mythological status,
Hello,
like
hello.
the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Of course they do.
Do you think that's likely?
Oh.
No.
I mean, if
The
this
correct
is,
answer.
if this was real life, that would be true. This is a video game. We have Templars to find.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not
Don't
far
give
from
an
here, in
address.
fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
No.
I'm not so sure about that.
No!
Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a
God
woman.
damn it,
Maybe
George.
It was my imagination.
Thank
But
you
I
for the
noticed a
follow, Final Gamer
predatory look
James.
in his eye.
Thank you.
Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
I wonder when the previous vids didn't load. They are up on YouTube. I think both of them up now. Or have we scheduled the second one?
I think we forgot to do our scheduling because we're
really
very good at this.
We're so good at this. We're quite busy at the moment.
Yeah.
But we'll get on that. The second part should come up today. The first part's on YouTube. Anyway.
This friend who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 3...
My dude!
Rue Jarry.
I'm not
Give
bad.
out a woman's
I'll
address.
drop by. Just as soon as I
I
can.
probably should have gone and called Nico, but no, George is exactly the kind of asshole to give out her.
I can't imagine this would go badly.
Right,
What do you make of
gem.
this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen.
Look at my gem.
Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah.
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No,
No.
I shouldn't think so.
No.
Throw that
Shake
around,
my
George.
hand.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. No, fuck you.
Take a look at this nose, Lobino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
That's fair. It doesn't really interest anyone. Yeah, right? He was like, this guy got a prairie gleam in his eye, so I gave him your address.
A girl?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
When I said her, he went, a girl?
A girl? Alright, I'm gonna look at this tripod, which needs the gem on it. Ah.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping. filled
Weird.
the air.
Why did you try and nick it?
Then tried
I
to
just
get
wanted
myself
you to
together
look
and
at it.
smartly. Hey, no! No, monsieur.
No.
No.
Bad. Bad
Bad.
American.
Bad
Starts batting-
George.
Starts batting you with a newspaper.
The exhibits! I'm sorry.
Oh, you bopped me on the nose
Pardon
like a
me?
bad dog.
Oui, monsieur?
Buddy.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little ore lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Alright. Final
Let's
Gamer
talk about
James.
kings.
Scottish. Supremacy, I'm doing well. I'm in America forever now, so that sucks. But that's life.
Who
King.
was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of
Just
France.
call him that.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have
Been told
no
that yet.
idea, monsieur. All I know is he was
Maybe
King of
George
France.
has Wikipedia
I don't
on his
know why
phone.
On
he
his
was
phone and he
called
looked it
Philippe
up.
le Bel.
Philippe 4.0. Do you want to see my gem, bunny?
I found this gem at a medieval site
You
in
want it?
Ireland.
Just
means
literally
nothing
show
to
it
me,
to
monsieur.
everybody.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications. A military manner. Squeaky shoes. And an
Alright.
hatred of children.
Yes! Yes, everyone has hilarious comedy accent. I mean, George is American, so...
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, this is just how he hears everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just everything filtered through him. Alright, so we looked at everything around here last time. We could also try to touch this exhibit.
Hell yeah, I love touching exhibits. Touch my exhibits.
Yeah, it was made by it was a British game, and yes, it probably means English.
Don't even
Yeah.
think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
Yes, everyone had a very comedy Irish accent
I
last
always wondered how it felt
Please
to be a
don't
mummy.
stand in the sarcophagus, sir.
Sir. The American man, please go. But everyone shits on the American man, so that makes it funny. As I say, we'll schedule the second part out
Yep.
after the stream. We'll do it. We promise. They're all uploaded to YouTube. They're just not released. I did.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
Howdy partner, I am the Honorable George James Cowboy. I enjoy firing my revolvers in the air and eating barbecue brisket.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we did get Montfaucon on the list. So we got 2 places to go now.
Indeed.
So,
To check out the hospital.
Yeah, let's go to the hospital. That's a really fucking terribly drawn ambulance. I'm not entirely sure what the perspective is on that.
Like a baseball
Questionable.
statue of a medieval saint.
Most of the art in this game has been, you know...
It almost looks like the back door is part of the side wall.
Right?
Of it.
It all looks like
there isn't really a believable curve there, or like a believable bend there.
No. This perspective is a little bit...
I guess because it's the top of it is totally straight. That's kind of what does it.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door.
Yes!
Like I was about to rob a
That's
grave.
not really what I asked you to
gripped the
do,
handle
but...
with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled.
Locked.
The door was locked.
All that.
So melodramatic. Yeah, I just wanted you to look at the ambulance, George. This is a look at symbol, not the do something with symbol,
Not to grab the
George.
fucking door symbol.
Come on, George. Get with it, pal. We're totally gonna steal the ambulance.
I mean, what else would we
Weird
do?
non-Euclidean ambulance. Hey, buddy.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
I yelled from the doorway.
Yeah, right? Hi.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George.
Why are
if
you
like.
here?
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute
That's right.
habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
Also, anonymous jerkbag, Guybrush can't kick anyone's ass. Not even George's ass. I love Guybrush Street Food. Can't really beat up anyone.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
I'm sure he will. Would you like to see my gem?
Does this
Showing
gem
the
mean
family
anything
jewels to
you?
everybody.
Not me, sir?
This gem doesn't really impress some people. Just unimpressed. George is, Guybrush is canon in the Uncharted games. Alright. Alright, Guybrush Street Food who can hold his breath for 10 minutes underwater. Good man. Yeah, George is just this random ass dude who decided he's gonna, investigate this death.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Shake my hand!
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Alright, buddy.
See you later.
Right.
Bye. Let's talk to this lovely receptionist lady.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh my god. Bunny, get out the way!
Ah,
Bunny! Bunny! Pal!
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature.
even the trees
How
and
may
like
I
the little
help you?
greenhouse opening you got.
I'm not entirely sure what accent that's.
Hmm.
Why do we keep asking, has anyone seen this clown? We know he got rid of his clown outfit.
We have the nose.
Has Marquet been visited by a man
We
in
have
a
the
clown
nose.
costume?
We
Oh,
saw the
no.
scraps.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was
That's
stuck
an
on my
American
back
accent.
with tubes in every orifice, he's the last
It's
person I'd want
weird.
to
I'm
see.
not entirely sure what it is. Sound like European to me, but sounds like some weird English American thing.
Yeah. It's definitely
Has
some form of
Marquet had
American
a
accent.
visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
I mean, no, hand, they're people. Also, chat, tell us what this accent is.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Are we?
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Nope. Oh my god, are we gonna lie?
I mean,
Lie? Yes or no? We lie about
obviously
so much.
we're gonna lie.
I've lied about being a cop.
Why wouldn't George lie about this?
I've lied about being a cop.
I'm his,
Oh my god,
long-lost
George.
brother.
Lie
Brother
better.
half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After
All right, commit to it.
He committed.
Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not.
Oh, George.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere.
My guy.
My instructions were quite clear. No one gets
Nobody
to see
comes to
Marquet.
see the wizard.
Then why
So unless
ask-
you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time.
All right, we're gonna have to.
A close acquaintance, you
we're gonna have
say.
to prove
What does
it.
this gem suggest to you?
I advise you not to flash that around. The hospital insurance wouldn't cover it if it was stolen.
Oh, lady, I'm gonna do nothing but flash this around. Ah.
Thank
Final
you
Gamer
very much for
James,
the sub.
Thank you. Yeah, I do nothing but show this gem to everyone. Shake my hand.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Fuck off.
George, fuck off. I don't think I have anything that proves I know who, Marquet is.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Now
Voices
get
are
out.
really loud. Let's talk to this dude who's standing there like
Yeah, he's
power
just been
posing.
power stancing this whole time. He
That's-
walked out when we started talking
That's
to
the
her.
Tory
Hi,
power
my name's
stance right there.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I want to talk to you, buddy.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
No, he's a patient.
The bed.
He's a patient.
I see.
The burn
You do
ward.
realize there are strict policies regarding
I mean,
visiting
it's-
No,
hours, don't you?
I'm George. I don't.
It's during the day. What kind of visiting hours do you have?
Strict ones.
Apparently.
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
Urgent.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
I'm a
The
doctor.
running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's
Fair enough.
why we have rules.
Stickler for the rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
I feel like George has a penchant for saying the
Random
worst
shit.
possible thing
Right?
For one of our most
at any given time.
private rooms.
Ooh. This is a private room, huh?
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
No.
Incredibly illegal, George.
No. Do you like my gem?
I have to take this gem to Marquet. He might be able to explain its significance.
Weren't we
My
keeping
dear
it
chap,
from
Marquet
Mark?
has other
No,
things
Marquet
on
was
his
the guy who
mind
was
right now.
supposed to pick
Like
it
what?
up.
His
Right.
catheter, for one.
Alright, so yeah, the guy, the apprentice still at the dig was supposed to wait and give the gem to Marquet, but we nicked it from him basically. That guy got run over and kidnapped by Khan,
Right.
and Marquet's in the hospital in not Ireland. So something happened to him.
Right.
Okay, alright, shake my hand.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
No.
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
I'm not your staff, buddy.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Oh, don't call this a poor man's Gabriel night. I like this
Thanks
thing.
for your help.
Let's just wander
Let's just
the...
walk right back, you
Right,
know?
let's wander the hospital halls. I'm sure no one will stop me. Go, George, go.
Apparently no one will stop you.
Nope. Hospital is too big.
Doesn't even have a
He
pithy
doesn't
remark.
even have a... I couldn't find his room. I have an electrical buzzer, prank. So I'm trying to shake people by the hand so I can shock them.
Which is a weird thing for a grown man to do.
Look, George.
Yeah. Thank you.
Aw.
Hi, I'm George Stobbart. You might remember me from such works as Death of an Irishman and My Dinner with Marquet.
Nice. Thank you.
I'm going to go check on the sauce.
Ah, he's
I'll be
making some food.
Tomato sauce.
Hell yeah. Alright, so, well, the hospital isn't any good until I can...
Bust.
Yeah, until I can prove that I am related to Marquet, even though I am not. That's a bit of a bust. So let's go to Montfaucon. And hopefully get somewhere, because this is my last place to be. Ooh, cafe. George, why are you shaking your head? It's a parasol, buddy. It's not that complicated. Talk to this dude. Steal his drink.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Yeah, Riggers likes to make several hour sauce. Go with our pasta tonight. Alright.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
George!
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
I have.
So?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
Duty!
Excellent
What
question,
happened to duty?
monsieur.
Oh, Spain scored at some point. That happens when I'm not paying attention to the football. Do you know anything about... We're just gonna talk to this random guy about the Templar?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Okay. The board? Do you want to see my gem,
Look
buddy?
at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem
Me?
under people's noses?
Me?
So either
Me?
it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long.
Oh, so video quality options are slightly weird. Partners get them automatically. Really, it's can if we get enough viewers where you're able to decrease it, but unfortunately for most people it's just set at source, so you may not get option. May happen, it may not happen. Shake my hand, buddy.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
George, you've asked like 2 other cops if they want to shake your hand. Why is this one not an option? Apparently this one will throw us in jail. Alright.
He might actually get fooled by it.
Right? Oh, this man.
Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
George! I mean...
Is that all you can say?
That's fair.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac. But it didn't seem polite.
Alright. This before?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The pattern looks Middle Eastern. Beyond that, who knows?
Hold that a lot. I'm not sure if people actually...
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
Oui, monsieur.
I'll be there.
Just their guess.
Oh, George. Oh, George. Ooh, go to the sewers. Right in front of the cop. I'm sure he will not
Yeah,
mind.
like, just walk over here and lift up a manhole cover.
Right?
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Oh, well, you
If
know...
only we had a sewer opener.
You know what I have?
I go...
Hey, you. What do you think you're doing?
Going into the
Leave
sewers?
that cover alone.
Is that illegal?
A little bit.
Is it? Is it illegal to tamper with the sewers?
Sorry, no harm intended.
Sure.
Just happen to be
Stay
carrying
away
this thing
from
around.
Right? Alright, we have to get rid of the cop first. But, so let's have a look at what's around.
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In
My
the following
God.
2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their
Dear.
Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
Rough.
Sounds like a fun time.
Rough. Bit nasty. George. Sometimes he just shrugs. You're like, look at this. And he's like,
I don't wanna.
There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow.
George, why do you want to frolic in a fountain? Are you actually a small child, George?
mean, yes, probably.
Ooh, church, lovely. But I can... Here, the cop can't see me in here, so I can steal at my leisure.
Right.
I guess I can try to open that up. Try to sit in this. I'm entirely sure what the
interact
action
in
icon.
some way.
It must be the seat. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
front
that's the
ground. So it's the
pews.
seat.
Waiting in prayer for the Judgment Day.
Well, I love Judgment Day.
Waiting in
didn't have
prayer
time
for
to sit
Terminator
around.
2.
George, of
Judgment
course
Day.
you do. Of course you have time to sit around. We're in a point-and-click adventure game. We have enough time to wander around not knowing what to do. Of course you have time to sit.
Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
No, maybe.
He tried.
Eventually.
I was surprised Philip LaBelle had left this place alone.
Don't desecrate the dead, George.
You seem to have learned an awful lot about him in the last few minutes.
Just think. There's a dead guy under
That's
there.
how it works, George. How entombing someone works, George. Do you go to a cemetery and go, wow, there are people buried in the ground here?
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Ooh, let's smash it. Does the statue want a jet?
George isn't sure.
What is that even? I thought that was pointing at the statue. Where is it going?
Somehow, it looked more modern than its neighbor.
I guess it's...
What?
The window? I'm looking at the window.
Probably the window.
Right.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Aren't we all? I went to Sunday school.
Carrying all that armor around must have been
School.
hard
It was
work.
just basically dump your kids here for a few hours on a Sunday at school.
Oh, I went to Catholic school. That's like Sunday school 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
I have no idea if I have anything to do here yet because I've been in the hospital and I can't do anything there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the museum and I can't break it. I have to go back there at night. Maybe I have to go back to Nico's. I think that's what I have to
Now
do.
that you've sent a man over there.
Yeah, now that I've sent a creepy man over there. Is that the window?
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain.
Nope.
Sure. I don't know if I can do anything here. Get the statue again. So I'll go back to Nico and then, see if there's anything else I can do.
The statue had an...
Maybe then I can, steal from them. Because we've done a lot of fraud. We've deceived a lot of people. We've lied. Impersonated a cop. We blackmailed the guy and basically stole a gem from him. Now we're gonna burglary.
Burgle.
We're gonna burgle.
Time to burgle.
George is basically a criminal.
I feel like the basically is kind of unnecessary.
He is just a criminal? Yeah, that's fair.
George is a criminal.
George is a criminal. I do know I have to get rid of him. I just can't remember how. That may come up later. Yes, I do need to go into the sewers. Again. I think George just really likes the sewers.
I mean, he did in broad daylight try to jack open a sewer and climb down inside of it. That's not something most people would do.
She lives at Rougerie, and I'm sure Nico is not going to be even the tiniest bit
pleased.
annoyed about us giving away where she lives. Turn that music sting down. I hear Windows noises as I try desperately not to, like, deafen us.
Hi, Nico.
What are you sounding so chipper about?
Is there a way to put the
I'm
volume
full
up
of the
without
joys of the fall.
hearing the Windows noise? I don't know why the Windows noise is sounding.
I can't imagine why.
Because Sergeant Moo has given me another lead.
Okay.
The guy who was supposed to collect the gem, Jacques Marquet.
You found him.
He's in a hospital here in Paris. I guess that was the killer's doing, to stop him meeting Pegram.
Maybe. Are you going to try to help him, okay?
What have I got to lose?
We tried already! We tried already!
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France.
You know
Otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
Yeah, we know that.
the Bell.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair. But I doubt if the Templars called him that.
I'm sure they
I'm
did.
sure André will tell you all about him.
I mean, they called him something a little bit angrier. You know, maybe they were like, he killed us all, but he was very fair about it.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
And I don't think this is helpful, but I wanted to see if it was like an option.
Who doesn't want to take a look at a manuscript?
Philip, the unfair.
Got him.
Boom.
5,000 retweets on early French Twitter.
There's a woman looking at her but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. The Night Scroll bears through my teachings.
He knows Latin.
There's a guy working on a
Been through all this before.
There's a guy with a between them. That's the That's the gem that Pegram.
And it's in my pocket right now.
Yep. I guess he hasn't gone to see people yet. That's something I need to do.
See you soon.
Somewhere.
Yeah. See you.
Bye. I proved I'm related.
I don't know. Quite a few places in Paris you could be going.
Quite a few. I don't know how many are useful. I really wish I could just run. I wish I could get George to run. Run, George, run!
Come on, George. I know
Come
you're
on, George.
not really in any rush to solve these crimes, but...
So, yeah, the only place I haven't been other than, obviously, the airport. I can go to the airport. You let me leave Paris. Let me... I should do that more often.
Save?
Yeah. Maybe that'll remind me.
Damn it.
So, yeah,
you can go back to Lochmar.
No, I can't. It's grayed out.
Oh.
Yeah. It's on there, but I can't go there. So the only other place I haven't been already today is Cafe, which is what got blown apart.
Right.
I'll go there. I don't know if there's anything there. Might as well. Can I talk to me again? Does this guy want to see my gem?
Oh, definitely.
You want to see my big sparkly gem?
Honk.
Hey, buddy, you want to see my gem?
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Yes, I told this guy I was a cop.
Of course you did.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Aha! Is it real? It must be worth a small fortune.
Oh, not a small fortune, my friend.
A very large fortune, I'd say.
Frankly.
Do you know anything about
Boy,
it?
George, I'm not sure I'd...
Promise you.
Shake my hand!
That.
Go on, shake it.
You're joking, aren't you? Nothing personal, but talking about down the sewer.
That's fair.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
I do like the music in this game. I wish the music stings were a little bit less dramatic. Like, does this really need a music sting?
Goodbye, person I didn't need to talk to.
Ooh. Get all boarded up. Alright.
It's a bit odd for when the game is mostly quiet.
Yeah, this is the cafe that blew up at the start of the game. I went into this alleyway, went down into the sewer, because I love the sewer.
As you do.
I don't think there's anything in D. I could be wrong. But I don't think there's anything. I had to be able to do something. I either had to be able to get rid of the cop. Or, maybe do something at the museum to get him to go to Nico. I don't know, I think he goes when you advance at a certain point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but can't really.
I don't know if I can get past the receptionist at the hotel. At the hospital, I mean.
Hotel, hospital.
At the hotel, hospital, same thing, you know. I don't know if there's anything else I can talk to the museum. I might go back to the see if I can talk to them about anything else. Now. And I guess I try to get past her at the hospital. Or I try to get rid of the cop.
Always be trying to get rid of the cops.
Love getting rid of them.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Hello, I can talk to him
What
about...
can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure.
That's about
He
right.
had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund.
That's fair.
As you
The
do.
trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
Tell us more.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe
he
them
was
out?
the
He was
king.
the king of France.
He was ordained by God.
Honorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
Damn you, Clement.
Damn you, Clementine.
So what was Philippe's
Damn you,
plan?
Bill
What
Clement.
happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day.
It's a bit
That
complicated.
day was Friday, July 13th.
Ooh, that's
That's
appropriate.
the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
Alright, fair.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Murder.
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Sounds like my kind of night.
Some
Sounds
headaches.
fun.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars. Literally.
I'm too happy about that.
Guilty of heresy and
I'll tell
flame
you
grilled at the
for
stake.
address.
They died.
I've changed my mind.
protesting
Yeah,
their
we've changed our mind.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges
I
against
know what
the
I have to do.
Templars.
I have to go to the police and
A
call
man
them.
will admit anything under
Just for
torture.
laughs.
The
Call her
Inquisition
and tell her I gave
fabricated
her
some
addresses.
nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet
Yeah,
burnt off,
George, they were clearly tortured. You think?
and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
Yeah.
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently.
I love Baphomet.
No.
Indeed.
Baphomet never existed
pain in the
outside
butt
the sick
in,
minds of the
Devil's
Inquisitors.
I can talk to
Well,
him
he's
more.
got a lot to
So
say about
Philippe
this
stole
story.
the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
You know, those sealed envelopes aren't exactly the best way to do your orders. All you have to do is open one.
My one
Does
weakness.
this matchbook
being
mean
open.
anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia.
You're
I'm
wrong,
not
then.
too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
They were still calling it Iran back then, though.
Yeah.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
Persia is entirely a
No.
white people name.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
It's worth showing him
No.
everything.
Yeah.
I've seen this clown nose.
Take a look
I
at this
want to
nose,
see this sewer
Lobino.
jack.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
I know you didn't want to see it before, but do you want to see
What
it
does
now?
this tissue mean to you?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Iran, yeah.
Yeah, they're right there playing football right now.
Right?
What do you
Yeah.
make of this tool?
Losing to Spain.
Interesting. Where did you get it?
Oh, what?
From a dig in
There's
Paris.
a card going on.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Ooh, yellow carded.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
I also go around,
It's cocaine.
yeah, asking
for your help,
people about
Andre.
white
It's
powder.
cocaine,
You're welcome.
Andre.
Stick your nose in it.
I love sticking.
Puffin plaster of Paris.
Yeah, I've showed him everything now, yeah.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking,
George!
but the case was locked.
He's right there, George! He's right there! The man is right there.
Tried to steal from the museum again.
First hit is free, Andre.
There was nothing in the urn.
I mean, what were you expecting in the urn?
I also rifle through museums looking for things inside of their urns.
Right?
Why would you have urns on display if they didn't have anything in them?
Right? Pretty sure he won't let me back here. And he stole his kid wallet and his keys
A
and
real
broke into his
macho
home.
guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
And what good are ya?
Yeah, what good are you, George? I've done it with the window before. He's like, I imagine myself jumping in this window, glass everywhere, and then nah.
Oh, George.
Let's call Nico.
Can't go home and tell her.
No, no call her.
Gotta call her.
Not call her. That's a bit morbid, George. Alright, Bunny.
Hi, it's George.
What do you want now?
Just to hear your voice.
I'm busy.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later.
That worked.
Owned. I got owned. You might just turn up our door again.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Fuck off.
Fuck yeah.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
One more.
Yeah, I'll just click through it.
Fucking more.
Yep.
It's Stobart, Mr.
Well, sometimes...
He insists on talking.
Sometimes talking to people is the way forward. We found that out in Ireland.
Yep.
Just talk to the right people.
Yep. Absolutely.
Show them everything.
Yeah, especially like the people you talked to before but then didn't have the right talk options.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of do have to make that
What
second
now?
pass for everyone.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Yes, we can
Les
talk to them.
Templiers. But of course, monsieur,
Talked to him about this
their
before.
fame is widespread throughout
That
France.
wasn't there.
Yeah, I didn't
We
know about
haven't
the Templar
forgotten
before.
them.
I guess I
Unlike
had
the
to
rest of
look
Europe.
museum for
It was the King of France who
Oh.
persecuted them.
I guess
Right.
so.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real.
George,
wishy.
your inner monologue is a bit weird today.
You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
I love flowers of chivalry.
Not
Thanks.
everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough.
Yes, I got
I
some
do not
football
wish to
emo.
hear your
Hooray.
uninformed opinions.
Thank you, everyone.
Stobart.
I've been wanting some for ages. I'm saving up bits to throw them at people.
Why'd you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars.
Some of my
Whatever.
best friends are
I
Templars.
saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
I guess that's some information?
Ah, we pissed him the hell off, huh?
Hooray?
Alright.
Excuse me,
Get back here.
What do you want now?
Get back here.
is Rosso here?
Yes, it.
Yeah, I pissed him
Yes, I
off,
do.
and I want to
One
see.
moment.
I want to see if he tells me to fuck off, George.
It's Stobart.
Tell him to
Thank
fuck
you.
off.
No, he actually does come and talk to me, even though I pissed him off. Come on. I really expected him to be like, no, the man's a fool.
What now, monsieur?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Moo about that. God only knows
Ooh.
why,
Okay.
but he collects matchbooks.
Ah.
He claims it is a hobby.
Well, that
Alright.
might
All right.
I think actually, didn't you show it to him and he actually gave you a good answer for that, or I think it's someone else? No, you showed it to the history dude.
I showed it to the history dude just now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was the one who actually like gave a bit of an answer.
What do you make of this, Rosso?
It is a tool for gaining access to sewers.
Please give that back.
Stole it. Please give it back.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
George, it doesn't matter.
The famous killer clown case.
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy.
Ooh, sneaky George.
What do you make of this white powder, Rosso?
It is plaster.
Say, you're good. So
Yeah,
long,
so
Inspector.
confidently too.
Yeah, let's show the matchbook to the Sergeant Moon then.
Sorry, George can't move until Rosso finishes.
Alright, buddy, tell me about this matchbook. I mean, once you're done writing your very tedious thing, though.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Alright. Any of those in Iran?
I don't know where Slough is.
I know Slough is a place in England. I don't know if it's anywhere else. Yeah, Slough's in England, yeah. I know Slough. I haven't been there personally, but I do know people who live there. They probably wish they did.
Excuse me?
What do you want now?
Does the name
Manila
Merlin
is,
mean
in the
anything to you,
Philippines.
Sergeant?
Nothing, monsieur.
Alright, bye. I've learned a little bit about this matchbook.
Not sure if that's actionable in any way.
Right? I don't think it'll let me... Until I find the right exact place, it's not gonna let me.
Right.
Nico again. I'm sure I have to go to the museum and he has to go. I'm buggering off now for him to actually go to Nico. But... Always worth touching base. Hey Nico, I'm back.
Hi, Nico.
Hello, George.
Here to bug me again.
Yep. And nothing new. Yeah, really got nothing new, huh?
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue.
This was a video game.
That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. Labino says that Alamut is where the assassins were based.
Okay.
Is that so?
Yeah. I wish I knew what the connection was.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Understand. And this is the woman whose address I gave out, yeah.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
That's fair.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Nico, you stole a can of paint tube for no reason in the bonus adventure.
Right, Han? You have absolutely no room to judge.
No ground to stand on.
Absolutely not.
This is the
We had
tool
not
I
even
used to
found
get
the
into
puzzle
sewers.
that you need to use it on.
George.
You're not interested, are you?
No.
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but...
George, you don't
well,
have a job.
I had a job to do.
You're jet-setting around. You don't have a job, clearly.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID. Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Alright. I don't think anything else. Well, let's show her the gem.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No,
Absolutely
George.
not.
I'd be too tempted to sell it.
You've seen this terrible man. Okay, yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah. See you.
Get the fuck out of my house,
Get
George.
out of my apartment.
Yeah, I'm sure the museum, he doesn't... You have to, like, do something that prompts him to leave.
Mm-hmm. I guess, does he have anything new to say?
Do you know what this matchbook is, lady?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Oh, hello.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's
Fair
charisma.
enough.
Does anyone?
Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Okay.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that.
But I still think he's fucking sexy.
I can
you
deal with
tell me
that.
anything about this security pass?
I can tell it doesn't belong to you. Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirhinums.
Fair.
You're a remarkably talented lady.
Yeah.
Love this French granny.
Does this powder mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I know, I keep coming back to talk to her.
Yep, just have a little chat.
Having a chat. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna keep going back to every place.
Yep.
You're gonna use the tool to rob an ambulance.
Clearly. Break into the ambulance with the manhole cover opener.
Yep.
The multi-tool, you know?
And I know you have to get rid of the cop, and I know getting rid of the cop is really weird. I remember it being really weird. I can't remember if I do that now or later. Or if I have what I need to get rid of the cop.
Right, that's really the biggest thing.
I wonder if there's anything we can interact with.
Hey, Benoit.
Hey, Bunny.
You always hail this guy from so far away.
I know,
There's
right?
no need to shout. What do you want?
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir.
What good are ya?
I know, right?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
What does this tool suggest to you?
No, sir.
Isn't that used to snap the patient's ribs when exploring the abdomen?
I hope not.
Oh. That's a clown
Does this
nose.
false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
See you later.
Right.
Excuse me.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
We didn't get to see that last time because he was in the way.
Now he's getting back in the way.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're
All these
Merlin.
lines so much.
Marquet's been asking for you.
Oh!
For me?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was shouting your name when they brought him in here.
Alright. Alright, that worked.
Good thing I
Okay.
didn't
let
say
me
my name was
see.
George.
He was
Right?
on Ward B12, as I recall.
I love accidental progress.
He's being
Right?
transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Oh, George.
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 610, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
Why is she still
And
hired?
then some.
And also, why are you just talking about
Talking
one of
about
your
random
coworkers like that?
strangers, right?
If Nurse Grendel
To
is
a
that
random
bad, how come the
stranger.
authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
My.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
Okay, George. Okay, buddy.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Good luck.
Alright.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
Really
You're
should just show
welcome.
everyone everything at this
Clearly.
point, right?
Triumphant music.
I made it. I don't think it came out too badly in the end. I did go around and talk to everyone.
As
on
I
a bunch
turned
of
the
options.
corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It
Was
was an
wondering about
industrial
that.
polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Washing machines don't typically tow people, George.
Hello.
What's
Hello.
that?
I said hello.
Hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the
George.
teeth.
Why?
It's a
George.
deal.
George.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, ward J2.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You take good care of the
It's
rascals.
some sort of
I'll
English.
bet you
I mean, I think the
would.
charm of this game is you
With
also
a
do
friend
fake
like
English
him,
accents.
I've no fear of oppressors.
It must
Like,
be a great
every
comfort.
accent
It
here,
is.
every accent here is fake. All of them.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
You know shit.
You
buddy.
really pick these things up
Don't
quick.
call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Wonder if we're gonna make him let him down.
Oh
How come
no.
you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that.
George,
He's
you're
got a name, you
insensitive.
know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny.
Exactly.
It's just that...
Better,
You think
George.
it's odd, don't you?
No,
Yeah.
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this metal mop foot is probably a fine and noble thing.
He polishes
It
his
is.
balls with
Say,
it.
it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Okay.
Do you know
Marky.
where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No,
Marky
I'm
Mark.
not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
George are just dirty. Wanna see your gem?
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh boy! What is it?
A priceless gemstone.
You're not
Found
really
in
just
a
giving away the
castle
game.
in Ireland. Get me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
I don't wear jewellery.
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
George!
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr.
I
Shiny.
need this gem. It's on the tapestry. Why are
Hey,
you trying
don't
to
you
bribe someone?
Why don't
with
you
it?
steal it from me, sir?
Steal
Do
it
you
from
recognize
me?
this matchbook?
You should never ever play with matches.
That's good
I
advice.
know that, but
Very good advice.
People get hurt when they do.
That's true.
sure.
I keep expecting this guy to like start
Like the
laughing like a
burglar
Dark
lady.
Souls NPC.
She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir. You can pick up all kinds of things in a hospital.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like nurses, right?
No, sir. Bugs and germs. And fungal infections.
That joke sort of went over the guy's head.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
That was a lot. On a nose.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's.
What? A policeman's nose? That makes no sense, George.
See you later.
Yeah. Take care now.
I'm sure we don't have to break Mr.
I
Shiny.
wasn't in the mood for shining floors.
Are you sure about that?
How about a drink of water? A tall,
Love
cold
a
one.
drink of water.
Ah, the musical stings are starting.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar.
Then I fainted.
Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug, 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 chug.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy I mean...
Get chug to chug back. Really should save more often.
Nah.
Yeah.
There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
Why do you want to vandalize a statue in a hospital?
Why is your first thought to vandalize it, buddy? In here. But I can go everywhere.
Hey now. You can't go
Apart
in
from
there.
in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Alright. Oh, hello.
You gonna unplug his fucking machine?
I'm gonna unplug his fucking machine and then get in the cupboard.
God, you're a dick, George. Why are we playing as Dennis the Menace?
That's so accurate,
Took the
right?
plug out of the socket. The polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
God, we're mean.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
What's wrong, pal? I can either knit. I don't know entirely what I'm supposed to do with it. Oh, I can. Okay, it's not letting me.
And then I beat him over the head when he went to go plug it back in.
Okay, so. I mean, I surely thought I had to do something while unplugged, but it's not letting me.
Right? Oh, go now.
Okay.
Finally, we can impersonate a doctor.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
I'm telling you, criminal deception all over the place here. I have no idea which one to go in. But yeah, I knew I had to do that, but for some reason it makes you wait until he's gone around?
That's, yeah, the timing on that is super weird.
I have no idea which one is J2 again. I'm gonna find out.
Yep. Oh, that's actually a hallway that leads back, isn't it? 'Cause
Oh,
he
right,
just walked
yeah,
around
he just
it.
walked in it, yeah. Probably that one. I think we came from this direction.
Yes, we did.
came from behind this guy.
Yes. Guess it wasn't that one.
Nope. That one? I know they said, but I can't remember. Oh, there we go. It was that one.
Listen up, you maggots.
So yeah, if you try to come in here before you get the doctor's coat, I think she chases you
Good
out.
afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness.
It's
You'll
a bad
need this,
thing.
Doctor.
I always hate it when you lose consciousness.
She gave me a
Yoink.
long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Keep it in your pants, George.
Yeah, please, come on, George.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
God, he's such a goddamn
Hello,
liar.
Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all
George,
the
don't
same.
do that.
This guy was nuts.
George.
I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
George, you have
But
no
just
bedside
think,
manner.
2 seconds every minute? Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
What is that?
The thing she gave us.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
that's a blood pressure. Cuff.
Oh, is it a cuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which bed is Marquet in?
Who are you asking
He's
the
round the
patient?
corner, in solitary.
Ooh,
What's the
he's
matter
in
with it?
solitary confinement.
I
isn't
don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves.
he? Finds this real
Hey,
fucking funny.
You're a
Clearly.
doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
That's
Has
fair.
Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Nailed
Thanks
it,
for those
George.
comforting words.
Do you recognize
Have
this
you ever
matchbook?
heard of the Club Alamut?
Nah, I haven't.
Do you like my gem?
Does this gem mean anything to you?
The doctor
No,
asks.
Alright, let's try to see
Well,
if we can get around the corner.
goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
I'm sure we'll have to meet all of these patients.
You can only look at that one, but I can talk to him.
He's probably dead. Ah! Thanks, George.
George is like, I think he's dead, Jim. It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Very good at this, George.
Dr. Monroe
Yeah.
said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
No.
You better believe it.
No. No.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
Is that a phrasing? I don't know.
No.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
I'm not just a doctor, I'm 7 doctors.
in a
I'm going
trench
to take
coat.
your blood pressure.
Oh, he knows what it is now.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
What
He
I
knows
do-
what it is now. And then he didn't?
What can you tell me about
I'm
Marquet?
sort of wondering how
He's
this
the
is going to
man
end up in a
private
weird
room,
puzzle.
isn't he?
Yeah, what am I going to use a blood
That
pressure
room was
cuff
mine
for?
before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
You're not very happy about
Shake
that.
my
huh?
I thought
hand.
about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Oh, George. Look at my gem.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor. Is this some kind of test?
If it was, you would have failed.
Alright, George, alright.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
Yeah, going around giving bad advice is what point-and-click protagonists do.
See you later.
Although this guy does take it really far in the lying department.
No kidding. Double cancer.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
I said I was gonna do that and then I didn't. It was weird.
Hmm.
Did I have to click on it again?
No idea.
At least George seems to know what he's doing.
I don't know about that.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Nah.
Nah, no, stop me from going around the corner where there's a cop. I'm lying about being a doctor. This is a recipe for greatness.
Oh, Doctor.
Oh, fuck off.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood
Yes, I
test.
did. You will not let me round until I take it properly?
You might need
Okay,
a stethoscope for that.
That's how you take blood pressure. It's normal.
You need a stethoscope, though. Like, listen for the
You
blood.
don't have the first idea what
Oh,
you're
for the
doing,
old
do
ones.
you?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'll come
just a
back.
regular cuff.
Okay, that's not like... Oh, okay. I've never had mine done by one of those ones.
Yeah, you use it's like just an
Pardon me,
or
nurse.
it's just a cuff that you puff up with like a reader on it, and you put the stethoscope on.
What is this?
It's for taking the patient.
Do you have
Well,
a
we know
patient named
that.
Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is
I
in the
know
private
that.
room
I
at
always
the end
just
of
had
the ward.
ones that...
He has been placed in strict
and then
isolation.
released on their own.
No.
I didn't know you had to actually, like, for the old ones, you had to listen. I guess I better steal a stethoscope. Why am I going to ask
Do you have
about
any clowns
clown?
on the ward?
No.
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Womp.
Womp womp.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current
stunts involving
condition is
unicycles
due
are
to
silly.
post-traumatic
True.
shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Right, where am I going to find this?
Good question. Maybe you can steal it from.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
Where am I
Does this
going?
gem mean anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway.
You might kill me.
Right?
Does this mean anything to you?
the Club à la Mouche? I've never heard of it.
Ugh. The stethoscope. I have no idea where to find one. Ugh. This man.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No,
It's the
I don't.
Germans. Oh, it's the villain.
It's
Thank
the
you,
one-armed
nurse.
man.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, Oh, bunny.
One of the other doctors.
Hello
Oh,
again.
right, yeah. Oh, the trainee doctor.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Jam. I normally show it.
Well, goodbye.
Thanks,
Wink.
Doc.
Love show. Boom. Alright, let's go and see if I can get a stethoscope from the trainee guy. You might tell me how to use a blood pressure. That one?
Yeah. Yeah, you were in the back of the hallway.
Guess, I mean, I've had some manual ones, but again, they never listened to a blood thing. I guess it was just, there's, all the devices nowadays are more modern.
Hey, Benoit.
I always greet him from
Trying to
afar.
Yell at him.
Yes, sir?
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty.
I'm going
I
to
was
kill a
talking about
man.
treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
We didn't think you did, mate. But now that you said it, I kinda now think you did mean that.
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device for measuring blood pressure.
Helpful.
Alright.
Do you know?
No.
See you later.
Right.
Other doctor?
Excuse me, sir.
You must. Yeah, I must be.
Ah.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps.
George!
Who do you think you are, anyhow?
George!
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
George!
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after
Tone it down a little bit,
Yeah.
George.
He is fresh out of...
A little bit, George. Tone it down.
It will open his eyes to see a real doctor.
Oh no.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Alright, well, I guess I take him to the guy.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
You gotta... Let me...
Talk to him, maybe?
Hey, Benoit.
Get over here.
There's no need to shout.
Forget it.
And let's see if he'll follow me, like... Okay, yeah, he's following me.
Okay.
Good. Okay, good. It just transported me straight here. Okay.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk.
Alright.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. I'm going to take your blood.
Why?
I'm a doctor.
How do I actually...
I'm going to take your blood.
Maybe try
What?
walking
I'm a
past? I legitimately have no idea.
See you later. Hey, Benoit.
It's weirdly clunky. How you use items in people is really strange.
Yeah.
Yes, sir?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of
Now
something.
try to walk over and see.
Okay, yeah,
Follow
I'm
me,
gonna
Ben.
I'm right.
save. That's how I feel right now. Or maybe if I go, yeah, if I try to walk over here and be like, blood pressure,
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
and I get Benoit to do it, or... Yeah, to tell Benoit to use it? I don't know.
Will you keep quiet?
I'll keep quiet.
I have to see Jacques.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's
This is
got
so
money.
weird.
This is so weird.
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Ooh.
Hey, Benoit.
Maybe I take it back from him by, like, ask him.
Yes, sir?
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Okay,
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
use it on the
Okay.
nurse.
Well, later, motherfuckers.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
Yeah, I'm guarding
He's in
him right
quarantine,
now.
Doc, right behind this here door.
Right?
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
Fuck you, buddy.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Oh, what?
Anthrax.
That continue.
Yes.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant
I
attitude.
mean, that's
to
George.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
Ew.
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How's the bear acting suspiciously?
We know a
Well,
costume killer.
He was wearing a humbug.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
That's fair.
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Nope.
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear?
As a bear.
It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings. I
I
checked
know.
with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
The writers of this game like to make fun of everyone. No one is safe.
Do you recognize this gem?
It isn't an emerald, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
Oh, okay, you told me it was an emerald, okay.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No. It sounds Middle Eastern.
Say so, buddy.
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection, no.
Oh, no one will ever shake
Do
mine.
you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Nope. Never
Catch you
seen
later,
him
officer.
Au
before.
revoir, Doc. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, not all emeralds are green, and not all green rocks are emerald.
Rather you than me, pal.
Oh, I'm gonna die of anthrax, huh?
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do
Don't
with the
sit
gem.
on his bed, George!
Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make
George,
the trip to
stop
Ireland in
lying.
your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it
Take it George is still doing a very
I'm
bad job
still
impersonating a doctor.
lying.
quickly.
No, he's saying that he's part of this guy's organization.
Oh. Impersonating a member of this guy's organization then.
Yep.
Paris.
You have it?
Not yet. But it's being taken care
Taken
of.
care of.
I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know that
Yeah, and they killed me in an
We've
alternate
met.
timeline.
What about the Hashashin?
is more likely to have followed Klausner.
Klausner?
He'll stop
Ooh.
at nothing.
There's a broken sword!
The broken sword.
Title drop! Title drop!
Sword
And that's
Broken
bad, is it?
sword! Broken sword!
for Klausner.
Oh, Syria, alright.
He has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
George!
As a theory about the location of
Hello, doctor.
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Really?
You sure about this,
He was
George?
about to tell us something, Bunny. He got cut off right there.
And here comes the gunshot.
Right?
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
Weird. That...
Weird, right?
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Yeah.
Oh, George.
The doctor's an assassin, The guy who is lying about being a doctor
Are you
is like,
sure he was a
I'm
doctor?
sure he's a
Oui,
doctor.
monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter.
Just like me!
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
George.
Oh, George!
Oh, George.
Oh, George!
Stand back, monsieur.
Oh, George.
Oh, George. Right, the guy was like, oh, you've come to kill me, doctor. And you're like, no, I haven't. And the doctor comes in and you're just like, alright, fine. That guy's not an imposter.
I found Jacques Marquet.
And now he's dead.
Very briefly.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed in cold blood by a bogus
What on my knee?
doctor.
I was just the other bogus
speak
doctor.
about What
Two
kind of
fake
guy
doctors
would pass
in one
himself off
day.
as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
Me! I
Was it
would.
Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Well, fuck.
That's a great image. I love it.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
It was an
Don't remind me.
assassin
That guy was
of
evil.
the Hashashin.
He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
You pretended to be one, George.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
That's an interesting turn of phrase.
Right?
So are the blood pressure.
Can you
cuff.
think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it?
I'm sure
What
I
are you doing with that?
can't use
I
this.
You did
Right.
steal that from the
right?
Could be
hospital.
useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel
He
guilty?
lied about being a doctor. He feels no guilt whatsoever.
No remorse.
This guy's been pretending to be a cop and a doctor now.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that.
Guess we might
weirdo.
not get to the
Which
burglary.
one? Rosso or Sergeant?
Although I
Moon?
guess that is burglary.
Oh, but you're
He didn't steal.
Well,
Steal.
but he did steal it.
I'll let you work it out.
Don't you feel guilty? Oh, no.
no.
That's
George,
George.
summed up. God. I have to go to the museum. Maybe now the guy
Possibly.
will go and talk to Bill.
Mm-hmm.
We've done all to do at the hospital, so that's good.
Yeah.
We finished that bit of it. We got a guy killed. Yeah, we can no longer go to the hospital.
Probably shouldn't be seen once they start talking about fake doctors.
That was a hotel where we got that. Yeah, let's go to the museum. I do like that it locks off places. So I
That are
guess
no longer
maybe there
relevant.
is something to at some point.
Probably, yeah.
Like, George has zero shame. Absolutely none. He gave out a woman's address to a creep.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the
Well, we
museum
might get to
soon.
burglary.
You would
We
have
might get
liked
to it today.
Burgle. Burgle.
I can tell you, not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in
Would
here.
hide in a
He made a
museum.
bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff.
Oh, I think we've got to hide in the.
Well, what was the
Our
cause of
coffee.
death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Scary.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah, oui, they connected the market, cleaned up.
You say so, buddy. Oh god, we can still talk to him
You don't
about
know
it.
the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
Good spiel, though.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Thanks for your help.
Yes. Help.
Help.
One last call for alcohol. Finish your whiskey or beer. You don't have to go home, but you're probably gonna stay here.
Yeah, this guy is as cute line as George is.
Hello, Georgie.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Dun dun.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini, the assassins.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
I don't think that answered your question, but sure. And super fast plumbers means everything to me. Thanks, good.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise.
They'd wear white for some reason.
They'd dress up as a clown.
Would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop
Because
at
the internet,
nothing
because
to
it blipped on
eliminate
my
that
phone
enemy.
as well.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Sorry, we were dropping a few frames, and I think potentially it's the internet.
It's still going up and down right now.
Yeah. That works. Not sure why we're killing so many frames here.
The Twitch bitrate is not doing great.
That doesn't seem...
Definitely still dropping frames.
Yeah. Kill the frames. Kill the frames. I'm saying I'm getting loading error.
Strange. Might be Twitch. Because I mean, if the internet's fine otherwise.
anyone else having problems on Twitch? Sorry.
That seems fine.
Yeah, everything seems okay. And it's not completely throttling, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it hasn't crashed completely, but we're still dropping a lot of frames here.
Yeah.
It feels like this is Twitch.
Could be.
I mean, incidentally, is the stream having problems?
Is it choppy, or are we going in and out?
Yeah, it's noticing it.
Okay. Yeah, it's noticing it. For a proper one. In drop frames, yeah. Great. For why?
This feels like a Twitch problem because our internet's doing alright. I mean, we could either stop the stream a little early or possibly like turn it off and back on and see if we like connect to a different thing to see.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna try on back on, off and on again. And if it doesn't work, we'll end the stream a little early. Maybe if it comes back on later. It's a bit earlier than I'd like to. I'd like to see them. Oh, right.
I think you ought to know.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
But it's actually meant to say
Before
go
the
away,
supposed
but
event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well?
Well?
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
I want it to save. That's all I'm trying to do. Is it won't let you save in the middle of a conversation. Okay, we're gonna stop and start again, and we'll see how it goes from there. So, be right back.